This is a presentation to help you think about developing a budget for your Soul Shop for Youth Workers. It's going to be important for you to do this fairly quickly after you decide to schedule a Soul Shop for Youth Workers because you're going to want to come up with a tuition that you're going to be charging uh, participants who attend. That's going to need to be a part of your marketing. So we've created this to give you some idea of what the income's going to be, expenses are going to be, so you get some clarity about that as you move forward. So the worksheet is on your screen, and before I get into plugging in some numbers here, I want to talk a little bit about the section here that talks about something called Soul Shop for Youth. Because our mission in Soul Shop is not just to equip youth workers. It is really to equip youth workers themselves to minister to their youth. And we've created a curriculum that they can take back to their congregations that they can purchase for $30 to use with their youth. And that's something that we really want to have happen. Now that can be handled in different ways. The first is, and you got some radio buttons here, you can make that a matter of individual purchase. So during a break over lunch, at the end of the day, folks can purchase at the back of the room, usually at a table. We have these for sale for $30, and you can just make that an individual purchase. Alternatively, you can fold the cost of that into the tuition and charge people an additional $30. That would be an option. Or you can assume that there's going to be more than one youth worker there from a congregation. Not everyone's going to need one. And so on average, the cost would be $20 a person. So that's a decision that you'll need to make in terms of how you're going to handle that fee. With that in mind, let's walk through and just let's do an example. So let's say that your best estimate of folks who are going to come to your event, let's say it's going to be pretty successful. You're going to have 75 people. Let's say that some of those are going to require CEUs. Generally, you charge $10 a person for that, and then you end up paying $10 a person to get those CEUs done. But let's say that 20 of those folks are going to need CEUs. You can sell books. We have a second day book. You can buy it for $12.50 and sell it for $15. Let's say that you can buy 10 of those. So you're going to make a little bit of money on that. And what it's going to cost you for meals and refreshments for the day, let's put in a number like $20 a person because you're going to have to serve them lunch. Let's say that you make this Soul Shop for Youth curriculum a matter of individual purchase. So we're going to click individual purchase. And let's say that you're charging $50 for this tuition for folks to come, that your organization can provide $500 as a contribution to this effort, and that you think in the community there are going to be sponsors that'll from whom you can raise an additional $500. So that really establishes what you've got on the revenue side. Your presenter stipend is going to be $1,000. The estimate on expenses, someone's going to need to fly in, they're going to need a hotel. That's going to vary. Let's say that's $800 in this particular case. And let's say that you're not going to have to rent a facility or rent any equipment. That's all going to be available or donated. So you can see over here at the bottom in red, the surplus that you're going to have from your events, about $725. Let's say you don't do quite as well in terms of attendance, and that's 50 people instead. Then your surplus drops down to $225. Let's say you don't want to charge people 50, you want to charge them 40, and then you're going to lose about $275. So this gives you an idea of the various parameters that will vary depending upon your context and how you do things, how much money you might be able to raise in sponsorships, what it's going to cost for meals, etc. Then you can determine this number, what you're planning to charge folks. You could begin to include that in your promotion material so folks know what it's going to cost them. Hope this is helpful.